Hi everyone! My name is Katy, and thank you for joining me for another Animal Crossing video. Today I'll be going over how to create a cul-de-sac neighborhood in your island. Cul-de-sac neighborhoods are super popular right now, and today's build will be inspired by Colin Crossing on Instagram. I will also be using his amazing custom patterns for this build, and all of the patterns for today's video will be in the description box. Now let's get started. I couldn't find anything online for a tutorial on how to go about creating a cul-de-sac in this game, so when I decided that I wanted 3 cul-de-sacs on my island, I knew I was going to have to do some planning and some math. The cul-de-sac I'm making for this video is for 3 houses and a 2 tile wide path with a 1 tile wide sidewalk and a 4x4 center plaza. I hope that once you understand my process for doing this, you'll be able to create cul-de-sacs in whatever size and shape that you want. So first, you'll want to map out where you want your houses to go. I started with the house on the right side. Then you'll want to mark out how far away the house on the left should be. After a lot of planning and doodling, I knew that I needed 10 horizontal spaces between the right and left houses to make my cul-de-sac work. Once I had those markers down, I then marked where I wanted the left house. Then I mapped out where the center of my plaza would go as a 2x2 square. From my planning, I knew that I needed 12 vertical spaces between my top house and the opening of the cul-de-sac. So I added 5 spaces to both the top and the bottom of that 2x2 center plaza to add up to 12 vertical spaces. At the top of those markers, I marked where the top house should be placed. Once you have all of your spaces marked down, you should be left with this. After I have all that laid out, I can start on the pathing. As I begin, I erase 1 tile at a time as I work on each section of the path. When laying down your path, I recommend starting with the outer perimeter of full sidewalk squares. The houses on the left and right will have 4 sidewalk squares directly next to them. The house at the top will have 1 empty space before a line of 4 full sidewalk squares. I added this space to allow room for a doormat. Then start with the diagonal sidewalk pieces. Start by connecting the right vertical sidewalk row with the top horizontal sidewalk row. There should be 3 corner path pieces connecting these 2 sidewalks. Then do the same thing for the left side, alternating to the correct corner sidewalk piece. Again, repeat these steps for the bottom sidewalks. Then, fill in the newly laid diagonal pieces with their corresponding path pieces that include both the sidewalk and the road. Do this for all 4 diagonal sides. As you start this process, you'll be able to visualize what the sidewalk and ultimately the cul-de-sac will look like. Colin's codes include filler pieces to fill in the sidewalk shadow pieces. This is how he's able to make the path look so good and so realistic. Add these shadow pieces to your bottom 2 diagonal sidewalks. Next, add the full sidewalk squares that will lead into the cul-de-sac, as well as their corresponding shadow pieces. Once I have the sidewalk pieces laid down, I erase my grid to start working on the road. Begin by laying down your road pieces that border the sidewalk. Start with the top. Then fill in any missing corner pieces of road. These will be between your diagonal pieces of sidewalk. Then fill in the road pathing on each side that directly borders the sidewalk. Since the road we're working on is only 2 squares thick, add the opposite road path to the middle 2 tiles of each straight side. Then add full square sidewalk pieces next to each of those straight road paths you just laid down. This will mark out the center plaza. Add 2 full square sidewalk pieces to the bottom of the 2x2 marker tile. Then add the corner pieces to each plaza corner that include the corresponding sidewalk piece and road. Add the same road piece you used for the road bordering the top horizontal sidewalk as the 2 road pieces bordering the bottom of the plaza. Then add 2 full square road pieces below the paths you just laid down. Next, fill in the missing corner pieces of road with their corresponding paths. Now you can begin to add in the left and right tiles of the road leading up to the cul-de-sac. You have many options for what to do with the center plaza. If you want to keep grass in the middle, add the shadow pieces to the bottom of the top 2 full sidewalk squares. You can also fill in all 4 middle tiles with full sidewalk pieces. This is what I ended up doing for my island. And there you go, you built your cul-de-sac. Your next step would be to move in your villagers and start decorating. Here's how I decorated this cul-de-sac in my game. The speed build for this neighborhood will be my next video, so be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. Are you creating a cul-de-sac or neighborhood to trick-or-treat in this Halloween? Let me know. Please be sure to like this video as it helps me out so much. And as always, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks again. Bye-bye.